there is fog starting to come up from the river valley below, and you could just see a hint of color and clear sky up above. It's so pretty. Good morning, friends. Here I am in tiny little Homestead Two. It's actually just after 7 a.m. and I just got finished dancing. I thought today I would take you all on my little morning routine with me, or maybe just a part of it. So I actually woke up a little bit after 5 today, which, believe it or not, is slightly late for me. And I headed up the hill for a quick walk, came back down to Homestead Two, where I joined our daily dance experiment, which is a virtual dance party that we host every single morning. So I danced for about 23 minutes. Actually, I did a meditation first, then I danced for about 24 minutes with a bunch of friends on Zoom, just using my earbuds and my cell phone. And now I'm getting ready to head back up the hill for another walk, and I think we are going to time it perfectly, where we're going to get to see a sunrise, take some breaths up there, and just kind of see how we feel. This is how it goes every morning. So I am going to put my little backpack back on, get my shoes on, and we're going to get started. Okay, I am almost ready to go, but I have to show you something first. So I'm sitting in tiny Homestead Two, which is like kind of down on the side of a hill in this forest, and beyond me in the distance, it's starting to get light and I can just see it popping through the trees. It's hard to film because it's completely dark in here. I'm gonna have to turn off the lights, but I want to show you what it looks like from inside Homestead Two, looking out towards the window. There is fog starting to come up from the river valley below, and you could just see a hint of color and clear sky up above. It's so pretty. To show you. It's so beautiful. Okay, now let's head up on our walk. Good morning. I think we're gonna make it up there for sunrise. Take a few deep breaths together. Here we are. Probably don't need my headlamp on anymore, but hey. The first time I remember doing a meditation, I was 10 years old. Believe it or not, it was in the Catholic Church that I attended as a kid, and I went to this weekend retreat. And as a part of the retreat, I remember they had us all lay down on the floor on mats, and somebody guided us through this body scan where we were sort of sensing like our own aliveness and connection to things. And I remember just laying there feeling like the story of who I was melting away, and it was this moment of peace unlike anything I had ever experienced in my life. And I mean, that memory sticks with me to this day. I found other moments throughout my life that were similar to that, but never had a regular meditation practice. And then in college, there were some meditation classes being offered, and I attended those. And again, I remember just feeling this incredible sense of peace and this strange feeling that this is something I should be doing. But it's funny, sometimes maybe we just aren't ready for it yet. And it wasn't until I was working for the railroad. I worked as a special agent for the railroad for many years that I really kind of came back to this practice of meditation for a few reasons. Number one, I was experiencing a pretty significant amount of trauma. Without getting into too many details, trains and people, they do not mix well together. And you can imagine that I saw some pretty traumatic things that I was having a difficult time coping with. And there was no real critical incident debrief available to me at that time. And so I actually did a lot of my own personal research into PTSD. I was going to a therapist, and I helped to create and start a peer support system that included aspects of meditation and mindfulness. In 2017, I had my own sort of near-death experience where my vehicle spun across a highway into the path of an oncoming semi-truck. And after that incident, it was like instantaneously something shifted in me. Like, there was the moment before it happened, and then there was after it happened, and something very, very important had shifted and changed in the middle, like instantaneously. I remember doing a meditation the next day, and to be honest, I couldn't stop crying for like 2 weeks after it happened. And I did a meditation the next day, and in the meditation, it was like this simple gratitude meditation where I placed my hand on my heart and just felt the aliveness within me and felt a sense of gratitude for my heart beating. And I just remember sitting there doing this meditation and just sobbing and sobbing, because I realized that for most of my life I had just lived on autopilot and had never even acknowledged like the miraculousness of my own existence, and what a gift it is to just wake up and breathe today. And this deep, deep, deep feeling of gratitude just like permeated like it was a cellular feeling for me. Like, I am alive today. I get to wake up. I get to approach all of the ridiculousness in life, and I'm here. Like, wow, if that isn't finding the extraordinary in the seemingly ordinary, I don't know what is. So the meditations that I started doing after that incident, I was still working for the railroad as a police officer, and I couldn't have possibly imagined a morning routine like anything that I do now. I lived in a very urban area. It was not very peaceful, and I didn't have a lot of time. I was working night shift, and so I was barely sleeping. And I decided, okay, Anastasia, it would be unreasonable for you to just think, okay, I'm gonna go do like a 10-hour morning routine every day. But I could do a minute. You know what? I can do a minute. And so every morning I would sit and I would do this minute-long meditation where I would just focus on my breathing. And then I started doing it while I was at work. I would be on my lunch break in an office somewhere, and I had a little app that had these bite-sized meditations, and I would just do like a minute or two, especially anytime I felt myself getting overwhelmed. And I really believe that those minute meditations were what opened the door for me into finding more peace in my life, into awakening me from the dream of believing all of my thoughts, into being able to be more conscious of my own life experience, to have the ability to just like tune out the noise of what doesn't really matter, and to be able to find peace no matter what is going on in the external world. It doesn't mean I'm always good at it, but I'm definitely better at it. So today I thought what we would do is just a little tiny bite-sized meditation, because I think that's where it has to start. Most people aren't going to just start with a 15 or 20 minute meditation every day because they don't have time, or their brain will convince them that they don't, or that they're too busy, or that they have too much going on, and that frazzlement keeps us in a place of frazzlement. But everybody can do a minute. Everybody can do a minute. And today, actually, I don't even know if this will be a full minute. It's going to be 3 breaths. I've been doing this Zazen practice lately. Zazen is seated Zen meditation practice, where we're just going to do 3 breaths. And for the 3 breaths, we count the out breath. So 1, 2, 3 on the out breath. And the whole point of the meditation is just to be as intensely focused on the breathing as possible for 3 minutes or for 3 breaths. So if you lose focus, start back over at 1. But find a place in your body where you feel the breath most noticeably. Like I feel it a lot in the tip of my nose, and focus so intensely on that as if it is the most magical, wonderful thing in the entire world you've ever experienced. Focus so intensely on that. See if you can notice all of the little intricacies of your breath in and out, and then count 1, 2, 3 on the out breath. And that's it. We're just disrupting the mind pattern by taking 3 intentional breaths. And that's what we're going to do today. Let's take 3 breaths together. So I'll just sit here and do it, and you can do it on your own if you want to. I scooched down here because this is so pretty. You can see Tahoma there. That's it for today. Just 3 breaths. And just remember, you are alive, you're here, you're breathing. John Kabat-Zinn says, as long as you're breathing, there's more right with you than wrong with you. And today includes you.